What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 13, episode 4. So the ladies, it's their last day in Vegas, right? We see the ladies getting their glam done and getting dressed, and everybody's gonna kind of go off and do their own thing. Crystal and Erica, they end up going to lunch together. Dorit and Kyle go to lunch together, and then Sutton and Garcelle, they kind of do their own thing and go to lunch together. Garcelle's going to go have lunch with her son, and Sutton is going with her. We see Kyle talking to Mauricio. We see Dorit talking to PK, and we find out that PK and Mauricio went to dinner the night before, and basically both of the husbands told the other husband that, you know, it's been a rough year in their marriage kind of thing. So when Dorit and Kyle go to lunch, that's kind of what they talk about, right? And I'll be honest with you, I feel like it's the same conversation we had in the first episode. Dorit is saying that it's been a rough year for them. Kyle is saying it's been a rough year for her. And Mauricio, she said she felt like she didn't get the support she needed from him when everything happened, I guess, with her sister or whatever last year, and that really bothered her a lot. We also talk about the fact that Kyle is not drinking and the effect that that's had on the group. Now, listen, I'm going to say this, and y'all know Kyle ain't even my favorite person in the world, but I really, 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 really hate when people do this. And y'all, when I say y'all, I mean to the people out there in the world, whoever is watching this video, y'all, us, we need to be a lot more conscious of doing that to people. If somebody who used to drink, I don't care if they were the life of the party, I don't care if they started the conga line and they got everything popping. If they make a decision that they're no longer going to drink, they may not be sharing with you all of the reasons why they stopped drinking, right? We have to do a better job of accepting that someone is no longer drinking. Now, if that means that changes the dynamic of your friendship with that person, then you guys have to deal with that on that level. But just trying to pressure somebody into drinking, or like at one point they went out, when they went to dinner, and Kyle ordered alcohol-free beer, and Garcelle was like, now this just has to stop. We need you to order a drink. Well, she didn't say that part. I'm adding that. She said this needs to stop. And Dorit said something about, I know, we need her drinking, or something to that effect. Don't do that to people. She's already dealing with whatever it is that she's dealing with that made her decide that she was going to stop drinking, right? And we get it. No more splits. No more ponytail twirls. No more da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But you guys have to redefine your friendship. And if the only reason why she was fun to hang around is because she was the life of the party because she had been drinking, then that's another conversation. And Kyle said that that's been a really hard thing with Mauricio as well, with the fact that, you know, some of the things they used to like to do was around drinking. And now that she doesn't drink anymore, she kind of doesn't want to do those things, and they're not fun, which again says to me that Kyle was using alcohol as a way to cope. She said that, you know, she used to go to a lot of his business events where there was a lot of drinking, but now that she doesn't drink, she doesn't want to go. She wants to stay at home and relax. You probably never wanted to go anyway, but the alcohol made it easier. The alcohol made it so that you could get through the event. So y'all stop doing that to people. If you have a friend and they say, listen, yeah, I'm not drinking anymore, respect that. And if and when they want to tell you why or go deeper into why, then just be there to listen. But a lot of times we don't get the whole story. And I don't think we're getting the whole story with Kyle. And I mean in real life. I don't even mean on the show. I think in real life, Kyle's drinking was bad. And she may not be in the actual program, but I think that she made a conscious decision for her health and her mental health. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop doing that. So anyway, and I think that also is affecting her marriage with Mauricio, as far as that being concerned too. Because again, people use alcohol as a way to cope through the alcohol, you know, through the issues. So then we have Crystal and Erica talking, and we really just got more of Erica talking about where she is now and dealing with everything and being on the other side. And Crystal was asking her about, you know, do you miss, you know, your old life, and aka do you miss being rich, girl? Would you go back, and all those things. And you know, basically Erica sounds like she's really processed through some things. She's really gone through some therapy, and she's actually worked some things out. So good for you, Erica. Good for you. Dorit and Sutton. Dorit. Garcelle and Sutton. We saw Garcelle ended up going to lunch with Oliver. She said, Oliver got caught kissing the girl on the show. And he got a lot of blowback from it because a lot of people didn't realize that him and his wife were separated. So he really didn't technically do anything wrong. It wasn't like he was cheating on his wife in that moment because they were separated. And he didn't feel like he needed to come down and explain himself. Like, he said, sorry I got caught on camera. It's unfortunate that it got played out the way it did, but I don't owe anybody an explanation about what I'm doing in my life. Garcelle also talked to Sutton that she felt some kind of way about the whole way that Dorit responded about her telling them that she didn't feel comfortable about the whole thing with her kids. Now, listen. My thing is, I said it last week and I'll say it again. You can't slap me and then tell me how mad to get. The fact that it's been a year, so what? The fact that y'all have been able to talk through some things, so what? That doesn't mean that I hate you and I never want to speak to you again. What she said was, I'm still not comfortable. Like, when they were asking her about her kids and about Oliver, she's like, listen, I'm still not comfortable having those conversations with you. I'm not comfortable with we can do surface. First of all, we co-workers, so we can work. And we can do surface. We can do lunch. We can have a conversation and all of that. But when it comes to my children, I am still not comfortable talking to you about them. And Dorit, you have to understand that everything ain't about you. And be okay with it. So the last night in town, and the ladies are going to a Cowboy bar, but before they go to the Cowboy bar, they first have to go to dinner. They're all dressed up. Now they go to this really nice restaurant. I'm gonna have to get the name of it, although I don't think I could afford nothing on that menu. I mean, they have the tomahawk steak that they cook. They cook it in front of you and do all these fancy things. Their napkins actually had their names on it. Now, is that something they did for the show, or is that something that is naturally part of their VIP treatment? I doubt that. Well, I don't know, because, child, it's Vegas. Anything. I've been to some really, 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 really nice restaurants in Vegas, and baby, I done been to the buffet. Okay. But the ladies are having a really good dinner. Garcelle said, "Don't be mad at me, but I do have a game." The producers make them do that, right? So she's asking these questions, and the questions are actually pretty good. They don't cause an argument. Nobody gets into a fight. But one of the questions they ask is about infidelity. Like, is a one night stand, what's a deal breaker? And they made it seem like everybody was kind of looking at Kyle or feeling some kind of giving Kyle the girl. And Kyle said, listen, I know that the rumors have been out there, but I can't say that it is or isn't a deal breaker, right? I can't say that it's not a deal breaker. I can't say that it is a deal breaker. But please understand, I'm nobody's fool. I'm not stupid, and I'm nobody's fool. Like, if Mauricio out in them streets, there's going to be repercussions. There's going to be some things that's going to have to come out of Mauricio being out in them streets, okay? They asked about money. Like, is there ever too much money or something like that? And Erica was like, girl, no. Not at all. And then she starts talking about not being where she was, but where she is, and how opening up the bills gives her anxiety because, paying the water bill didn't used to be a thing, but now, I have to live differently. I had to downsize. She said, I would have loved to go shopping like old times and see something I like and just bagging it up and just running the Amex. But them days are gone. She said, but it's okay because now when I do buy something, I earned that. Like, it's my money and I earned it, right? Okay, girl. You living like the rest of us now. It's okay. But you still ain't living like the rest of us, because you still got glam and all this other shit. But anyway, girl, we're gonna give you that. So then the ladies go to the country bar, and Sutton wants to get on the bull until they get there, and Sutton sees the bull. So then Sutton changes her mind. So Kyle gets on the bull, and she tells the guy before she gets on there, she said, listen, take it easy on me. Don't make me look stupid. Don't embarrass me out here. And it was cool. I think Kyle stayed on the bull a minute or something. But, of course, he kept it slow. And, it was cute. It was real cute. So then Sutton got on the bull. Now the guy was real nice. Like he did a whole presentation before that where he was stood on top of the bull and he did all these different tricks and stuff. And then like when it was time to put people on the bull, he would like pick them up and carry them over to the bull. Baby Sutton said, I don't want you to pick me up. I'ma walk. She said, and I'm serious. Don't throw me. Don't do too much. Don't do this. Don't do that. She was like, I'm serious now. I'm serious now. Child, she got on that damn bull. She went so slow. I guess that man was scared as hell, scared to do anything because they went so damn slow. Then she was only up there for like 11 seconds. Sutton, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere and stop playing with us, okay. So it's the next morning. We're getting ready to go. Everybody, Garcelle told the story about her sending out that email when she found out her husband was cheating when they were talking about the cheating. My bad. They did talk about that. But we done talked about that before, child. Garcelle done told that story before. So, it's the next morning. Everybody's packed up and they getting ready to leave. And miraculously, the elevator opens up. And guess who's leaving Vegas too? The two Magic Mike, the dancer, and Erica's friend. And they're packed up leaving too. And the elevator just happens to open at the same time. And Erica says to Sutton, oh, look who's here, Sutton. My friends from the Magic Mike show. Now you can apologize to them for walking out of the show and saying that the show was shitty. Sutton was like, all right, now, Erica, you're doing too much. Like, first of all, I apologize, for walking out. It was just a lot for me, Erica was like, yeah, tell them how you hated the show. Tell them how you didn't like their dancing. And Sutton was like, I ain't say I ain't like their dancing. I said that one little move with the legs wide open, that made me feel some kind of way. And not in the way that I wanted to feel. I ain't like it. She said, but don't put words in my mouth. I never said it was a shitty show. I never said that. So Erica's friends was like, well, why don't you, come back and next time stay for the whole thing. And Sutton was like, I will. And again, I apologize. Baby Sutton was hotter than fish grease, baby. Sutton said, Erica, that was unnecessary. You did not have to do that. Like, you purposely embarrassed me and you didn't have to do that. Now, this is what I'm going to say about that. That's that old school Erica right there, baby. Erica lines you up, Sutton. Erica, you didn't get what you thought you was going to get that night. So y'all thought y'all was going to get the cuss you out Erica that night. That's what y'all thought y'all was going to get. But instead, what y'all got was the nice Erica. What y'all got was the, okay, it's all right. No, okay, Sutton, fine. But then Erica lined your ass up at the end. Now, do I think Erica was doing a lot? Well, do I think that she embarrassed you and that was a lot? Sure. But Sutton, you did a lot too. Let's be clear. Girl, you was doing a whole lot that night. And again, I don't care what nobody say. You was mad because they ain't call your ass up on that stage. You had them ones and them pants on and you was ready to make it happen, okay? Now, Sutton is on the van. They're all on the van headed back to the hotel. And Dorit is asking about, are you upset, Sutton? What's wrong, Sutton? Are you upset? And Sutton was like, yes, I am upset. I felt some kind of way that, Erica set me up and tried to embarrass me. She was like, listen, I felt uncomfortable. I left. Ain't nobody had to follow me. Nobody else had to end their night. Like, I left quietly. And so they were like, well, no, Sutton, you did huff and puff. And Garcelle went after, and so Garcelle said to Dorit, well, you know what? I wish maybe you had gone after her because I feel like I'm always going after Sutton when she's upset. And I feel like it could be somebody else's turn. So Dorit gonna say, well, I started to. She said, but, Sutton, I wish that you had said this. And I wish that you had said that. And Garcelle was like, girl, you wasn't there. I said all of that. I said everything you just said. But you weren't there. So don't be sitting here telling me what you wish I had said and if you wish I had done. So then Dorit and Garcelle get to arguing over what Sutton did or didn't do. So finally Sutton says, look, I'm done. I am done with this conversation. I am sorry. It happened. It's done. I don't want to talk about this anymore. So the bus is kind of quiet for a few minutes. And then here goes Sutton. Dorit, do you have anything else you want to say to us? Is there anything else you want to get out? Was that everything? Baby, Sutton was like, girl, finally Sutton gonna tell her, she said, silence is golden. In other words, shut the entire F up. Baby, that thing cracked me up. Okay. So they get back. So then we see Erica and Garcelle actually having lunch together, which was cute. You know, that was cute to see them having lunch together. And basically, they were just talking about Dorit and how Garcelle was saying she felt some kind of way about, Dorit still being upset about the situation with her sons. And she was like, look, I like Dorit, but sometimes she takes these things and she turns them on her and she makes it about her. And like, this isn't about her. This is about my son and how I felt about what happened and my process. And so Erica was like, look, I like Dorit too, but I've learned to speak Dorit over the years. And so they agreed that they would help each other navigate the world of Dorit. Okay. Then we have Kyle going to visit Sutton. And Sutton said that she has come to the realization that Kyle is just not her friend. That Kyle never has her back when these things come up, and that when the whole Magic Mike thing, Kyle didn't have her back, and she realized she doesn't feel like Kyle is her friend. So while they're talking, Kyle was like, but girl, you do be going off. She said, I am your friend and I'm there for you. But just because I'm not agreeing with you, I'm telling you that you're right, doesn't mean I'm not your friend. She said, girl, you be going off the deep end sometimes. Sometimes you be doing a lot. And here goes Sutton, like what? Like what? Like what? And Kyle was like, girl, I'm trying to tell you. Well, like what? What, Kyle? What is it that I do? She said, I'm trying to tell you. Can you stop? Sutton said no. Kyle was like, wait, what? She said, now you're just being rude. She was like, you're being rude. She was like, how am I being rude? She said, well, what does rude mean? Kyle was like, girl, you want me to give you a dictionary? She said, well, I just don't understand what you mean by rude. She was like, rude, girl, rude. So then Kyle gave her a whole list of times that she went off the deep end and she was acting irrational for no reason. And of course, Sutton didn't want to hear none of that. Sutton wasn't trying to hear none of what she was saying. She's telling her, well, like what? Give me an example. Girl, she just gave you 3. She talked about Lake Tahoe. She talked about Magic Mike. She talked about when you talked about Crystal's ugly leather pants. Like, she gave you examples. Now, whether you like those examples or not, that's another conversation. But stop acting like she didn't say nothing to you. So anyway, child, that's where we left off with the two of them arguing. And that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.